How do we create a harmonious society out of so many kinds of people? The key is tolerance, the one value that is indispensable in creating community. We, as human beings, must be willing to accept people who are different from ourselves. It is a privilege to serve people, a privilege that must be earned, and once earned, there is an obligation to do something good with it. What the people want is very simple. They want an America as good as its promise. A nation is formed by the willingness of each of us to share in the responsibility for upholding the common good. Just remember, the world is not a playground but a schoolroom. Life is not a holiday but an education. One eternal lesson for us all, to teach us how better we should love. For our immigration policy to make sense, it is necessary to make distinctions between those who obey the law and those who violate it. If the society today allows wrongs to go unchallenged, the impression is created that those wrongs have the approval of the majority. Education remains the key to both economic and political empowerment. If you're going to play the game properly, you'd better know every rule. One thing is very clear: illegal immigrants are not entitled to benefits. Do not call for black power or green power. Call for brain power. We have a positive vision of the future founded on the belief that the gap between the promise and reality of America can one day be finally closed. We believe that. Think what a better world it would be if we all, the whole world, had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon and then lay down on our blankets for a nap. There is no obstacle in the path of young people who are poor or members of minority groups that hard work and preparation cannot cure. It is both a right and a responsibility of a democratic society to manage immigration so that it serves the national interest. If you are dissatisfied with the way things are, then you have got to resolve to change them. We are a people in a quandary about the present. We are a people in search of our future. We are a people in search of a national community. It is reason, and not passion, which must guide our deliberations, guide our debate, and guide our decision. A spirit of harmony can only survive if each of us remembers, when bitterness and self-interest seem to prevail, that we share a common destiny. A government is invigorated when each of us is willing to participate in shaping the future of this nation. We must exchange the philosophy of excuse. What I am is beyond my control for the philosophy of responsibility. The Supreme Court has always been the last bastion of the protection of our freedoms. Justice of right is always to take precedence over might. The imperative is to define what is right and do it. If we promise as public officials, we must deliver. If we as public officials propose, we must produce. The citizens of America expect more. They deserve and they want more than a recital of problems. We are a heterogeneous party made up of Americans of diverse backgrounds. The earth is bread we take and eat. Our concept of governing is derived from our view of people. It is a concept deeply rooted in a set of beliefs firmly etched in the national conscience of all of us. The majority of the American people still believe that every single individual in this country is entitled to just as much respect, just as much dignity, as every other individual. We believe that the people are the source of all governmental power, that the authority of the people is to be extended, not restricted. Things which matter cost money, and we've got to spend the money if we do not want to have generations of parasites rather than generations of productive citizens. We can certainly diffuse the intensity of the anti-immigrant feeling if we can bring some reality to the discussion by showing that they are not using that many resources.